This is WYMT Mountain Sports, your home for the Kentucky Wildcats and local high school sports.
Day 2 for SEC Media Days down in Hoover, Alabama. Lee K. Howard is there looking forward to Kentucky's appearance, which comes up tomorrow.
Well, the Wildcats arrive here in Hoover, Alabama tomorrow morning for SEC Football Media Days, and they'll likely answer a lot of questions about expectations. Mark Stoops entering year number 3, and a lot of high expectations are being placed on him and the program. I spoke with CBS college football analyst Gary Danielson earlier today, and he says what Mark Stoops is doing is no easy task.
It's a tough job. You know, I played at Purdue. It's a very similar type program. It's hard to match up athletes at Kentucky with the rest of the SEC. I think Mark's trying to do it the right way, but nobody gives you any breaks in this league.
In order for Stoops and the Cats to take that next step, Danielson says there is one game on the schedule that's a must-win.
They got to beat Florida this year. I think it's important for Mark's program. They should have beat them last year. I think they've got a lot of ingredients. Florida's not ready, I don't believe, to win a home. They got them at home. I think it's one of the biggest games in building the program that Mark Stoops has had, and I think he should circle it, double circle it, and point to it because they got to win it.
It has been 28 years since Kentucky beat Florida. It's one of the longest losing streaks in the country. The two teams meet up in week number 3 of the season. The Kentucky Wildcats, they'll be in Hoover tomorrow morning at the SEC Media Days. Lee K. Howard for the WYMT Mountain News.
All right, thank you, Lee K. The hype meter raises for senior linebacker Josh Forrest. He's now on the Butkus Award watch list heading into the 2015 season. The Butkus goes to the nation's best linebacker. This is the second time Forrest is named to a national watch list. Of course, we found out last week he'll also be on the Chuck Bednarik Award watch list, which goes to college football's best defensive player of the year. Well, the NBA will come to Lexington in October. 4 ex-Wildcats back on the Rupp Arena floor. This will mark the first NBA exhibition in Rupp since 2013 when John Wall and the Wiz took on the Anthony Davis and the Pelicans. Davis will be one of the guys on the court October 17th. It's the Pelicans versus the Kings this time. Sacramento with 3 former ex-Wildcats now, Rajon Rondo, DeMarcus Cousins, and the rookie Willie Cauley-Stein. Well, tonight's the Midsummer Classic tonight in Cincinnati, and for the first time ever, no player from the Red Sox or the Yankees starts in the All-Star game. Another fun fact, a record 20 of the 76 All-Stars are 25 or younger. Sierra rocking the mic. That's Russell Wilson's girl. 2015 All-Star Game in Cincinnati. Zach Greinke on the mound for the National League. Oh, boy. Top of the first, Greinke's pitch that's out of here. Mike Trout's. American League up 1-0. Good news is Greinke struck out 4 people. Meanwhile, Dallas Keuchel, he gets the start for the American League. Bottom 1, Johnny Peralta, blooper. That falls down. Paul Goldschmidt ties the game, and right now we are in the 9th inning. Just went final. American League wins 6-3 over the National League. How about that? Well, the Major League Baseball trade deadline draws closer, and insert Adele voice here. Rumor has it there are Reds in those trade talks. Johnny Cueto certainly one of those guys who could be a goner. Cincinnati currently sits in 5th place in the NL Central. 15.5 games out of first place. Former Red shortstop and Hall of Famer Barry Larkin came onto the 5-Star podcast this morning and gave his take on what Cincy should do.
It really depends on what position they take. If they feel like they're buyers or sellers, if they think they have enough to win, then I expect them to hold on to those guys. If they think that they need to move on, expect to see a mass exodus. This is kind of crunch time. You think about the National League Central and some of the teams that they're competing against, St. Louis, Pittsburgh, even the Cubs. These guys are really good and they're very deep. And, Cincinnati's going to have to make some tough decisions. This next week is going to be very important for them.
It'll be interesting, Steve, but it looks like some of those guys may leave. Todd Frazier maybe to the Mets. Johnny Cueto is certainly a hot pick there if the Reds can't do anything. So.
I wanted to hear you sing, Adele.
Rumor has it, rumor.
I knew you'd do it. Thank you, Jamie. We'll be right back.